I woke up to that awful sound of my alarm. I turn it off and get out of bed. I put on some clothes and then I go downstairs. Tom is already in the kitchen. "Good morning," he says. "Morning," I reply, half awake. Then I put some cereal in a bowl with a bit of milk. It's early, so I'm not really hungry, but I have to eat something. "Nervous?" I ask Tom. "Not at all," he says. I roll my eyes and say, "Of course you're not." "Well, are you looking forward to it, then?" I ask him. "Yes, very much so," he says with a smile on his face. "You?" he asks. "Sure," I say, annoyed at how cheery he is at this hour. Really, I just wanted to go back to bed. "Well, don't get too excited," he says indignantly. I look him dead in the eyes and say, "It is 6 a.m. Don't you tell me what to do, sir." "All right, sorry, my bad," he says. "You're damn right it is," I say. "Well, I'm gonna load the car. See you later," Tom says. "Okay," I say. I finish my bowl of cereal in silence. Finally some peace. I go upstairs and get ready. "Ready to go, Pips?" I hear coming from the hallway a while later. I put my brush down and walk out of the bedroom into the hallway. "Let's go," I say as I pass Tom. I put on my coat and we get outside. He closes the door behind us and then we get in the truck. We drive off to the stables to go get Alan. We already have his tag. Tom took that home with him yesterday to clean it. We get to the racetrack and Tom parks the truck close to the stable so we can load up Alan. I get out of the truck and the first thing I do is go to Daisy and give her a kiss on the nose. Meanwhile, Tom is getting Alan. I walk back to the truck to help with the trailer. Alan walks with the trailer without any problems. He's done this like 1,000 times before, so he didn't really make a big deal out of it or anything. We get back to the truck and then we start driving. After a couple of minutes of sweet, peaceful silence, Tom says, "Give Daisy a kiss, huh?" "Jealous much?" I say, mocking him. "What? No, you know what? Never mind." I laugh at him. The rest of the ride is just silent. I didn't mind. It was a little early for chit-chat, and I didn't exactly get a good night's sleep. When we arrive at the Jorvik stables, Tom parks the truck. "Ready?" he asks me. "As ready as I'll ever be," I reply. "Good enough," he says. Then he gets out of the truck. I get out too and open the little door to the trailer. "Hey, buddy," I say as I put a lead on Alan's halter. Tom takes away the bar at the end of the trailer. Then I put pressure on Alan's shoulder, telling him that he needs to move backwards out of the trailer. Again, he walks out of the trailer like he does that daily. I tie Alan to the trailer. Tom grabs the grooming kit and quickly sweeps a brush over the gigantic horse. Then he picks Alan's hooves and starts tacking up. First the jumping boots, then a saddle pad and a saddle. "I'm gonna walk through the course. Can you get the bridle for me, Pips?" Tom asks. "Sure, no problem," I reply. I get the bridle out of the trailer's tack room and put it on Alan. It wasn't as easy as I thought because Alan is huge, but I managed to get it on some way, somehow. About 5 minutes later, Tom comes back. "Thank you, Pips," he says. "Like I said, no problem," I say. Then I look at Alan and laugh a little on the inside. Tom gets on the horse and walks to the arena, where he's gonna warm up. Tom was the first one in the competition, so it's completely empty. He warms up and then he gets ready by taking a couple of jumps. After about 15 minutes, the voice of a man comes through the speakers. "First up, Tom Cooper, please make your way to the arena, thank you." "Guess that's my cue," Tom says. "Good luck," I say. "Thanks, but I don't really need it," he says, arrogant as always. He walks into the arena with Alan, and in the meantime, I find my way to my seat. Everyone quiets down and Tom rides toward the judges. Then he nods and starts a course. They ride around the course flawlessly. When he's done, I get out of my seat and walk to a little paddock for Tom and Ellen to cool down. I stand at the side of it. He just walks around the paddock with his reins completely loose. All of a sudden, a herd of journalists come up to me and start asking me questions. They're intruding my personal space in every way imaginable. And they keep asking me questions. I can't answer a single one, because as soon as I start my answer to one question, someone else asks me another. I start panicking a little as my breaths are getting shorter and shorter. I try to calm down, but it doesn't really work. Then Tom comes up to us from the other side of the fence. "Okay, why didn't you just leave her alone, guys?" he says. Thank God. I don't think I would have lasted another minute. They quickly head up to Tom and start asking him questions instead. Tom makes eye contact with me and nods his head up a little, asking me if I'm alright. I nod and signal to him that I'm gonna get out of here. Then I walk off towards the trailer and just start cleaning up and preparing everything for when Tom gets here with Alan. I also remembered that he had a bottle of water somewhere in the truck. I find it and I take a little sip and I finally start to calm down. Then I fill a bucket of water for Alan, warm but not hot. I take a deep breath and I'm finally calming down again. It's only a couple of minutes before Tom comes back to the trailer with Alan. He dismounts and hands Alan to me. I take off Alan's bridle and give him a treat. "You're a good boy, Alan," I say to the giant thing that Tom likes to call a horse. "Damn right he is," Tom says. I chuckle a little. I put on his halter as Tom takes off Alan's saddle. Then Tom takes off Alan's boots and quickly brushes off some of Alan's sweat. Meanwhile, I picked up the bucket that I filled earlier and let Alan drink. Then we put him on the trailer and go inside to the award ceremony of the competition. It's very crowded. People are chatting, making nervous small talk. Tom and I sat down at an empty table. We were both in need of a good cup of coffee. A lovely lady brings them to our table. "Here you go," the woman says. "Well, thank you very much," Tom says back with a smile on his face. We drink up our coffees in silence. Then, after a couple of minutes, a man comes standing on the little stage area at our left. He has a microphone in his hand. He starts talking. He thanks everyone for coming, and then he starts announcing the winners, starting in the juniors category. A little girl happily collects her prize. Her family is cheering proudly. It made me smile to see her family support her like that, to see the little girl's smile. But my smile quickly faded away when I looked behind the girl. There, on the wall, was a picture of me and Jade. Back from the first time we won the 𝐒𝐻𝑗 all-around equestrian competition. The picture brought back a lot of memories, and then I just got lost inside my mind. "Bibbs, everything okay?" Tom asked as he put his hand on my shoulder. He startled me, and I snapped out of it, and I'm back at the table. I don't know for how long I was gone, but I'm back now, and thank God for that. "Yeah, I'm fine," I tell him. A lie. I'm obviously not fine, and Tom is just watching me lie to him about it. But I'll just pretend like I'm fine. It's the only thing I can do, the only thing I know. Tom looks at me with a kind of concerned look. I could tell that he knew. He knew I was lying. But he didn't ask me about it. Thank God he didn't. I didn't want to talk about it. I wouldn't even know what to say or where to start. "Come on, let's go home," he says. "Yeah, sure thing," I reply. Good, because I didn't want to stay here any longer. The drive home was awfully quiet. I just looked out the window almost the entire time. I had to process what just happened. It scared me how real it felt. I had to hold back my tears, but it was really hard. The ride home seemed to never end. Tom puts Alan back in his stall, unties Alan's hair and grooms him. Meanwhile, I saddle up Daisy to do some flat work with her. I noticed that Mowgli's stable was empty. Mowgli is Phoebe's horse. A beautiful dark babe, Dutch warm-blood gelding, great at, well, basically everything. As I walk into the arena with Daisy, Tom walks over and comes into the arena too. He grabbed the chair and puts it in one of the corners of the arena and sits down. "Help yourself, why don't you?" I say to him. He responds by just smiling at me. I walk away and started training with Daisy. Phoebe isn't there. Thank God. Tom watched my every move. But it didn't make me nervous at all. I knew he wasn't judging me, like most people do. I trained for about 20 minutes, not that long, but I was really tired. We put Daisy back into her stall and tack her off together. "You were pretty great out there today," I say to Tom. "Well, obviously, yes." Geez, how can someone be so arrogant? But if I'm being honest, Alan did most of the work. "But if you tell anyone I said that, you're dead." "Wouldn't dare," I replied, smiling. "So, how come you don't compete?" he asked. "I mean, I see you ride. You're really good." "Well, after Jay, it wouldn't feel the same, so I haven't felt the need to." "Right, that makes sense. But just so you know, I think you could beat just about anyone." "Phoebe, you really need to get your head straight. I need my team to be the winning team, and I can't keep you on it if you don't start doing said winning. You understand, right?" "Yeah, I understand, and I'll work on it." "You better. I'd hate to see you go."